Hi everybody, this is Janet Wright, and this style of video I haven't done in a while, maybe almost a year. This is going to be a demo style video where, and I have a whole playlist of demo style videos, mostly that I made in 2017 I guess. But anyway, demo style videos is just where I'm healing myself in whatever ways that I need, and I am just talking out loud while I do it and walking you through or explaining to you the same process. So you could do the same work on yourself while I'm working on myself, or you can just, half listen while you're doing something and, hopefully it's educational and inspiring or somehow interesting. So, this is, today's date is the 11th of June 2018, and so I didn't really have to make any videos for the triplet set that's going on right now today, since we're reusing the same techniques in all three videos, in all three healings. So, so I thought, hey, let's make this demo style video. You can see what I need to do to heal myself, and maybe it'll help you learn, because you could do the same thing as you listen. So for context, I've been awake about 2.5 hours so far, and I've just mainly done like dog and cat stuff, taking care of our dogs, taking care of our cats, and feeding myself breakfast. And so I have some herbal tea that's left over from yesterday that I heated up, and I'm just, ready to do my first focused meditation for the day. I have been listening to, some of my own technique videos as I was taking care of the cats and making my own breakfast. I also listen to some political videos, but I try not to do too much of that because, obviously my walkthroughs of self-healing stuff is way more centering and helpful than listening to political stuff. But anyway, okay, cool. So, my aura is pretty whole, but not perfect, of course. But that's what I'm looking at first, because I know I'm grounded pretty well. I know my grounding is wide. I always tell you guys to start with your grounding, but my grounding has been really strong for a very long time, so sometimes I do need to redo it. I guess I'll redo it now that I'm talking about it anyway, why not? So I just really quickly did a red grounding, an orange grounding, and a yellow grounding, just to kind of check which helps me release the most at this moment. I think red for me right now, so I just have a red grounding right now, and I think I'll just do a one color earth energy soak. That is kind of nice. It's funny because when I heal myself, I don't often do earth energy soaks these days, but whenever I'm half listening to one of my videos and I walk people through a one color earth energy soak, I do it and I'm like, oh, that's so nice. So I think that's one thing that obviously I should do more often. So it is really nice with the earth energy soak. You just use your grounding that you made, like a big straw, and you bring up the red earth energy or orange or yellow all the way up to the top of your aura. You soak in it. So that is nice. So I'm just going to check my aura. And also above it. Like, I feel like my aura, it's probably like 80% inflated, so there's something going on. Just in the 7th layer, there's just some kind of dents and little tiny rips. My aura recently has gotten a lot stronger. I think it is because of that, the energy flower healing stuff that I just made a video about. On Friday, June 8th, the part 2 video is all about flower healing technique, and I've been using that for a few weeks, and I think it does help. And I've already done it this morning because I did that walkthrough video while I was feeding my cats, I think. But anyway, so now lately, most of what I get some stuff that goes deep, some aura damage, but a lot of it now is just like my 7th layer still gets a little dented in. So I have a copy of it out in front of me, just the 7th layer part, which is the outermost part. And I usually get nailed in the top and then a little bit in front of my stomach. It's like I know the specific people, but it doesn't really change anything knowing who. I just know because I'm good at reading, but does it matter? No, you know. So anyway, so if I look at that copy of my 7th layer up there, see what happened is there's objects that somebody tries to jam in from above. So it's like most of the object actually didn't make it into my whole aura, which is pretty new. I think flower healing is what helped with that. Maybe non-resistance too, you know, working non-resistance for a couple months now. That video, non-resistance for inner strength is the video title. But I think flower healing did it a lot for my aura. Because like, in other words, they're like, if I have a copy of my top of my aura out in front of me, there's like 7 white, like 2x4s. Somebody tried to jam into my aura, but they're all just sticking up mostly out of my aura. They're just like stuck into the outer part of my 7th layer, and the rest of them is like up, you know, in the way of my gold buffer zone. So I'm just gonna melt those just for fun with some gold fire, just burn them up. Sometimes I take them and I give them to my angels, but there's so many, that's like a lot of work. Well, it just feels like it's not that much work, but anyway, so now it's just the empty little holes in my 7th layer up there. So I'm just gonna I feel like there is a lot of resistance still in the top of my 7th layer, which is why it still gets in it all. I feel like part of me up there is like, why? I'm such a nice person. Why do they keep doing this? So, I guess I'll try to comfort that part of me rather than laughing. It's okay. It's all right. Just be the flow. Be the flow. Don't resist. Don't keep asking why. That's the thing you can really get stuck on. Why? There. Yeah, so I feel it, my aura just inflated more. It's like went, got all those little holes there. So I'm going to check my other common spot, which is like right in front of my 1st and 2nd chakra, basically, like in front of my stomach area. I have one particular really nice genetic family member who keeps like doing that by my stomach. That's nice. Well, good. So I guess I was pretty non-resistant and flowing and strong there in that part of my aura, because I see the things that person has tried to jam in my aura, but they didn't make it in. They're like halfway into my gold energy aura buffer zone. They're just sitting there. There's like about 5 of them, just like hard pieces of energy. So I'm just gonna remove them, give them to my angels. I'm just gonna redo my gold energy aura buffer zones now, which, if you don't know, is a really cool 18-minute video. Gold energy aura buffer zones. So now what I'm doing is you can have a lot of energy blocks sitting on top of your 7th chakra, like going through the whole top of your aura basically, or you can also have them sitting like that but on the top of your aura, going upwards above the top of your aura, so above there, you know, up there that way, right? And I think I have both, you know, but I guess my 7th chakra is okay. Like if my 7th chakra couldn't spin right, then I would do this part first. Yeah, my angels say do this part first. So I'll do this part first. So I'm just going to bring up, like, you know, it's interesting because it goes through all my aura layers, this big stack. It's like a stack of pancakes up here of all these energy blocks. So I'm just gonna, like, because you could bring up red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, earth energy, like a big rainbow of earth energy, just to like calm it all down. And basically, I guess it's just some energy cords holding all these energy blocks in place, because otherwise they would have cleared already. So I'm just using gold light and melting away energy blocks. Sometimes I feel like it's more efficient if I'm like, okay, I'm going to melt away all the personal life energy blocks, energy cords. I just have a copy of that big stack of energy blocks out in front of me, and I'm just melting away cords from personal people in my life, and then melting away cords from work people, like clients and basically clients. You guys. Not most people I work with don't cord me, but you know, some people, they just haven't learned great boundaries yet, and that's okay. That's okay. They'll learn, hopefully. So, nice. So enough cords cleared that the whole thing just and just kind of processed out and melted away. Yay. Probably in another couple minutes there'll be a whole nother stack, but at least right now there's not, which is nice. So I'll have a drink of herbal tea to celebrate. I didn't drink enough fluids yesterday, so I'm behind. Okay, so now for that stack above the top of my aura of energy blocks. So I'm just gonna make a copy out in front of me since it's all the way up there. So again, it's like a stack of pancakes. Here is pretty easy to tell. Okay, just use purple earth energy up here. So I'm gonna soak them in the purple earth energy, and then gold light, melting away cords from personal life people, like genetic family members, friends, former friends, yada yada. And then work people, melting away cords from work people. Nice, 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 nice. So enough of the cords melted, and so, you know, my non-resistance then was able to just sort of be the flow and let go of all of them, so they all cleared at once, which is super cool. So I think up there, there's another stack up there above the top of your aura. Sometimes if you're really working on bringing in a lot of positive change, like bigger steps, which I am, probably always working on that. I'm a bit of a changeaholic, I suppose. Anyway, so above the top of your aura, above the top of my aura. So I just make a copy out in front of me. This is just the top surface of the top of my aura. So you do that for you, right? Don't mess with my aura, please, God. Just imagine the top of your aura out in front of you. And none of this sending love and light. Don't send me a hug. Nothing, nothing, nothing. I told somebody recently, I was like, no, thanks. Don't send me a hug. Okay, here's the top of your aura. Make a copy of the top of your aura out in front of you, right? Like that. And then, you know, maybe you have a stack. You probably do have a stack of some energy blocks, or maybe it's a giant stack of pancakes. This one is like a medium stack of pancakes for me. The first one was a giant stack. So I'm going to bring up purple earth energy and soak the stack of pancakes, which are just energy blocks. And then gold light, melt away personal life energy cords, melt away work life energy cords, and then just be the flow. Don't be the glue, be the flow. There we go. Huh. That's nice. So I feel more energy in my feet with that, because it's like now I can come in more. I can wake up more. Waking up is, I mean, obviously I'm awake, you know, but waking up in the way I'm using it means you bring in all the energy that you wanted to bring in, you know, when you start your day. And that can take a while to filter in, you know, if there are energy blocks in the way. Oh yeah, my angels wanted me to mention, what is that term? A redefining shift? Yeah. I think that's what it was. Someone had an Inspire session recently, and it's a term that the angels kind of use for me too. It's like you can have a shift that you're doing that's just, you know, a lot of change you're trying to create, but you can have a shift that is a redefining shift where you're really trying to maybe take 2 steps forward rather than just 1, or well, no, it's like you're trying to change your level of creating, maybe, or change something that's more significant. And the angels are calling that a redefining shift, where you're redefining yourself. And so anyway, so there you might have extra energy blocks up there. Like I got another stack above the top of my aura. Yeah, that one I just had to think about being the flow. The more you clear, the more like you don't have to babysit your energy block clearing all day after that. It's just like you got to get this momentum going, and then it's just clear. So then you can have a much more productive day because you're just like retraining yourself to let go and clear. And that's why, you know, morning meditations I can't skip. I mean, you know, say I sleep late, then I'm talking morning meditations, you know, in the early afternoon if I'm sleeping late that day. But, you know, whatever, like early in the day, early in my day. But anyway, so how am I doing now? So my grounding is nice. I mean, I've been in all my chakras this whole time, but that's just, you can get to a point if you keep working on your energy where you know, you're in all your chakras really, even when you're, you know, you haven't done focused meditation yet. You're just, you know. So I'm in all my chakras. I have good earth, and I'm just like, I'm holding my legs. I'm just checking the earth energy flow coming in up my legs into my first chakra. Seems like it's enough. I check that every day. There's I kind of forget the video name, but it's like earth energy up the legs or something like that from maybe a month ago, where like the thumbnail image is one of my legs. And this big font about earth energy up legs. And it talks about, you know, how you can really think about and imagine the red earth energy coming up your legs, going into your first chakra and your Kundalini chakra. I guess I could check that. So I just imagine a big copy out in front of me. I think my astral first. Yeah. You know, I think what's more efficient, I'll probably do that. You know that video I always include it these days in the triplet playlists. It's a 26-minute video. Earth Energy, DGS, Earth Energy Soak, DGS, Bottle Brush, I think are all in the title. Bottle brush technique. So I do it like that, like it's in the video, basically. So I'll imagine, let's say, all my physical body chakras out in front of me, like the 7 major ones, just a copy, you know? And so since it's a copy, you can reorient the 7th chakra, because normally 7th chakra would be like this, you know, energy flows in the bottom, out the top, whereas 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 are like, I'm not going to spill my tea to show you, but they're like this, you know, 6, 5, 4, 6, 5, 4, you know, really here, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. But you know, for ease, if you're going to clean them all out at once, you want them all oriented the same way. So I just have my copy of my physical body, major chakras. So 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then I add K. I call it K for short, you know, or like the Kundalini chakra underneath it. I have some really neat Kundalini videos if you missed them. They're from like a month or a month and a half ago, maybe. Most of them are in the Abundance triplet set playlist, if you wanted to look at for them that way. or you could just search my channel for Kundalini. Like just put in the search, if you're searching like on your phone, I think you have to search all of YouTube, so you just write Janet Wright Kundalini. Kundalini, Kundalini. But they're also in the abundance playlist. But anyway, so I'm making copies out in front of me, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and K, right? And then I just reorient my 7th in this copy. So these are all my physical, 7 major physical plus K. I don't bother with the 4.5. Usually my 4.5 is fine. That's the one right here. But anyway, so this is 8 chakras, right? 7 through 1 and then K. So I'm gonna make 8 bottle brushes over here and 8 bottle brushes over here. I'm just gonna do it all at once, you know, just put my bottle brushes in and just whatever's healthy and gentle for me to release out of all these physical body chakras. I'm gonna have the bottle brushes, you know, gather up. And then I take the bottle brushes out and I give them to my angels and say, angels, can you please recycle these? Right? And then I just kind of comfort the chakras a little bit. And then I'll do it again. So 7, I have turned around, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then K for the Kundalini chakra. And then 8 bottle brushes, 8 bottle brushes. I just put them in, and they're gold bottle brushes, right? So then I just, whatever's healthy and gentle to release at this time, out of these physical body chakras is gonna get stuck in the bottle brushes. And so then I'm gonna give that to my angels. So I think that's good enough. So I'm just gonna, you know, turn the 7th chakra the way it should be. And then I just like comforting them afterwards. That is so awesome. I think for me, the catharsis of having all that cleared out of all my physical body chakras knocked out the stuff, because there was a little stagnant energy in the back of my astral body chakras, but that's clearing now. So I'm not going to bother right now clearing doing bottle brushes with my astral body chakras, though, you know, if I was watching that video, I would do both. And I like to do both. But I don't want to make this video super long. So I think I'm going to keep meditating, but I don't want to make this video huge. So I'll wrap it up. But a lot of, I call it like positive change rain. I'll wrap it up and then I'm keep on going. So if you know me in my videos, that's how it works. I say just one more thing and then it's like 10 minutes. But anyway, there's this positive change energy that's coming in now. You could think of it as positive change rain if you want. And it's good. You don't want to block the rain, you know, in this context. Right? So since I cleared all those energy blocks above my physical head and then above the top of my aura, there's all this positive change energy just coming in and I can feel it and it's good. I don't feel overwhelmed or anything. I feel like there's a little energy that has to detour around the top of my head, so that makes me want to check my creative rings, the 3 gold creative rings above my head. So go ahead, imagine your creative rings, the 3 gold creative rings above your head. They go with your astral body, come and go with your astral body if you care to know, but you don't have to know that. They're a part of your astral body, I should say. But anyway, I have a creative rings healing video, which is nice. That works this. But I'm just going to bring up red earth energy, just like in that video, and soak them. And then gold light. And I'm just looking for any like damage, because I found a little. It's like there'll be a bend in the gold ring, like someone like partially broke it, you know, but didn't fully break it. And a lot of times they're at, you know, the sides or the front and back, you know. So those are the places that I think everybody's most likely to get chakra damage or this creative ring damage. although it can happen anywhere, I guess. But so I have little bits of damage, which probably means at some point last night, I was still awake and somehow a whack got a little too far in, and so the sort of the shock waves of it, you know, partially busted up my creative rings. Which you would have thought my angels would have helped me fix on the astral, but they say that they wanted me to make this video. They wanted me to fix it on video. And then at some point you just kind of feel like it just repairs itself and it just goes and fixes, like all 3 rings just kind of fix themselves. Yeah. Yeah, so I feel like that happened. Yeah, so I feel like now they're working better. They're generating twice as much gold inspiration energy to send into my 7th chakra, which is their job. And then 2, like energy can travel in and out from there, because my 7th chakra naturally wants to send energy up, you know, to the 7th layer and then down. That's another thing I like to check for, is just to have like a mini copy out in front of me of the outer part of my 7th layer, just to see that, because it should be this really gentle waterfall of like, you know, that's like a spherical, you know, waterfall of like the 7th chakra purple energy flowing downward in the 7th layer to the bottom, and then it gets drawn up the middle of your space and then goes down again. So I have little like teeny little, like they're mostly they didn't get into my aura, but little like rods that different people have thrown at me. So I'm just gonna melt those so that it's like then you can see like a more, or sense, you know, because that's why I trace with my hands too, because I'm not always seeing, like everyone thinks I see like in this vivid, beautiful way, you know, like this or something, you know, but it's usually not that clear. I mean, if I really worked at it, it could be that clear, and sometimes it is that clear, but a lot of times it's not. I'm very pragmatic. If I can see enough to clear my energy, that's all I need it for. You know, I'm not trying to paint a picture, you know. This is not like art class for me. You know, so if I trace it with my hands too, I think it helps my intuition. And there's something I found, it's like right here, you know, in my aura. But it's like right on the outside because it couldn't get in, because I do energy flower healing to strengthen my aura, and that seems to be working. So again, it's just like a chunk of hard energy that someone tried to shove in my aura, but it's stuck in the little outer part. Yeah. And I feel like there's just a little bit at the very top too. That's just another stack of energy blocks. So at the very top of my aura, there's a whole nother stack of energy blocks that I don't need to clear, but it'll help, you know, my growth. So so imagine the copy of the top of your aura, and then a stack of energy blocks if you have any. And just bring up the purple earth energy and soak the energy blocks, and then melt away energy cords using gold light from your hands. So melt away personal life energy cords from people in your personal life, and then melt away energy cords from people in your work life, and then it just clears. Like your non-resistance kicks in then, and it's like, oh, okay, I can let go, and then they all clear. Okay, so this is definitely very long, but I hope it was educational. So that's me and some focused meditation. I'll probably do a little more, but hope it helps. I'd love to hear your comments, and if you have any follow-up questions, that's cool too. So if you want, you can post under the video, or just give it a thumbs up if you feel like maybe it would be good for other people to see it. Okay, bye!